guys, thanks for watching this Diagnostic World video. Right now we are in a brand new BMW X1. It's the F48 and it's the 2-litre diesel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little drive of the car, and then I'm going to go through 5 things that I actually love about this car. I'll also be doing a video of 5 things that I hate about this car, because believe it or not, there are things that I hate about this car. It's a brand new car. Well, I say brand new, it's got 1,738 miles on it, so it's as good as new. It's the 13th of December, so it's nearly Christmas. So I just thought I'd do one of these videos while I've got the car for the next few days, and take from it what you will, whether it's helpful for yourself, whether you're thinking about buying one of these cars. They're really nice cars actually, but as with all cars, you know, I could sit in any single car and pick faults with it. It's just the way I'm built, and you probably could as well. Likewise, you could probably also think of things that you really like about the car. So that is what the gist of the video is today. So things that I really like about the car. When you first sit in the car, you're immediately drawn to the steering wheel. It's kind of like a sports steering wheel. It's nice and thick, although it's not too thick where it should be in, you know, a real thoroughbred sports car, but it's nice and thick. It feels good, and the multifunction controls are sitting exactly where your thumbs are, so it's very easy to use, very easy to operate. On the automatic cars, you probably can't see it because of the extra little camera we've got on, but we've got the paddle shift, so you can use it in manual mode, and you can use up and down sort of flappy paddles like that. So that's one thing I really like about the car. It's a bit of a smoke screen really, because the steering wheel is really good, because this is what you touch, but the rest of the car, the rest of the interior is, if you're asking me, it's pretty cheap. So the steering wheel is the first thing I like about the car, and it's got a really nice look about it. It really has a sport feel, a sport look about it, and it's the right size as well. Quite often when you sort of get in a car, a lot of the new cars, sometimes the steering wheels are like out here, you know, and this one is it's just the right size. We're just stuck behind this bus at the moment, so we'll get behind the bus, we'll get out here, and then we'll get on our way. So that's the first thing that I like about the BMW X1 F48. The second is the power, and we're coming to a nice stretch of road actually where I'll be able to demonstrate the power. Just waiting in a roundabout here, and once off this roundabout we're onto a stretch of dual carriageway, but I do have to be careful because I can hear sirens as well. But it's a nicely powered unit. It's a twin turbo. I'm just going to look out for this police car. Oh, it's coming the opposite way, so we'll just make sure we're clear of that, then we'll put our foot down, which we can do now. So it really sits me back, and it really has got a lot of torque with the twin turbos, and I'm overtaking with these. I know I'm only taking the Fiat Panda, but really well powered, and it's not too much power too quickly. It sort of stretches out the power, and it makes you really feel like you're sitting back in the seat, which is where you need to be when you're putting the power on. Safe overtaking, I've absolutely no doubt about it. And I wasn't expecting too much, to be honest, because I've driven a lot of modern day 2-litre diesels, and although they're good, I'll need to tune them up a little bit more to get the best out of them. But this one, I'm not entirely sure you would need to tune it up. You might want to tune it, for example, put maybe a race chip in to get a bit better fuel economy. But with regards to power, you certainly won't need it, because it's well powered. You're not going to be driving this car on the track or anything like that, so for the purposes that you'll use it for on the roads, it's a really good power unit. So that's the second thing that I really like about this car. The third thing, it's item number 3, is the It's the first time I've ever had one of these on a car actually, and it's the one touch rear tailgate. So all you need to do is basically press the underneath button once, and it will automatically come up on its own. You don't need to pull it up like you would on normal other vehicles. And then once it's fully up, you put your bits and bobs in the car. Again, it's just one touch again, and it will bring it back down, and it will bring it back down to fully locked, so you don't need to sort of push on it to make sure it's locked. So it's a small thing, but it's a nice convenience to have. That's the third thing on the X1. The fourth is the way the car looks. I think it looks better than the previous X1, which I know is standard. The next car on is supposed to look better than the original, but it doesn't always happen. It maybe looks more modern, but sometimes the older cars have those classic looks which are taken away by modern cars. This X1, I think they've done a really good job with regards to the looks of the vehicle. It flows nicely. The grille has a mean front end on it, and it's not too high when you're getting in it. I know it's not supposed to be too high or too low. It's kind of like an in-between, but it has like a mean sort of end and a mean stance, I think. And that's why that's the fourth thing on my list for the looks of the car. So the fifth thing I like about this is it's the front and back, the headlights. We've got the angel eye headlights, which are daytime running lights, and also the side lights, and the rear lights as well. They're like a nice swoosh sort of light, and I like the way that they actually curve around the car. They're not just sort of on the back, on the tailgate, or on the rear panel. It sort of curves right around the back of the car, and that's what I really like about the lights on this car. Call me simple. Yes, it's not a massive thing. Is it going to make you sort of buy the car or not buy the car? Probably not. But I'm just giving you my opinions on the things that I really like about the car. So the fifth thing on the list is the front and the rear lighting units. So that's the end of my top 5. I will be doing, of course, a video top 5 things that I hate about this car, because there are a few. So I'll be making that video very soon indeed, and I'll be putting that on the YouTube channel when I get the chance. If you do need any diagnostics for the BMW 1 Series, we've already demonstrated 2 kits that are really good for this brand new vehicle. It's the iCarsoft BM2, which you can find on the website. It's www.diagnostic-world.com. Alternatively, you can just click the link directly below this video, or just search for Google on your search for Diagnostic World on your Google search engine. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you all have a very, very Merry Christmas if you're watching this before Christmas. If you're watching this after Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope you have a nice next Christmas. And that is about it for this video. So until next time, have a good one.